Hello and welcome to a quick strategies for coping with holiday stress. I'm going to pack a lot in today. I hope that the pace of how much I'm throwing at you actually helps instead of not stressing you out, but we'll find out. We'll see what we can do. Check in with your body right now. Check in with yourself and see where you are from one is light as a feather, don't have a care in the world, to 10, pinned all the way to the red, the most stress you've ever felt. If you'd like to drop that in the chat, you're welcome to. And importantly, where did you go to get the answer to that? So we all have different places that sort of signal our stress level. I feel it with my heart racing. I sometimes feel that my gut is tight or anxious. So notice where you went. And Martina, I see you're 9. Let's see if we can take you down a click or two by the time we're done. The information about where you are and how you find it is both helpful. I'm Colleen Newvine. I'm your host. I'm a trained, experienced, certified coach. I'm also an ex-New Yorker. So I'm going to talk fast today. If you need me to slow down or back up, or you find that I'm throwing so much at you that it's actually increasing your stress level, just let me know in the chat. When you went to find that information about what your stress level was, did you notice any of these things? Stress can manifest in lots of places. It can be in your body, in your mood, in your behavior. And that can be different depending on, is it family stress? Is it work stress? Is it state of the world stress? Understanding what your constellation of responses to stress is can help you notice when you need to take care of your stress. And just for some kind of lingo, some vocabulary setting, there are 2 ways that your nervous system can operate, and this is by design. Part of what that means is stress isn't normal. Stress is normal. It's not bad or wrong, but it can happen too often in our modern world. So when you're stressed, that's often called the fight or flight response. And now you may also hear it referred to as fight, flight, freeze, when you're just sort of paralyzed in the moment and can't figure out what to do or how to act. Fawn is when your stress response makes you try and soothe that person or that situation that's causing you stress in order to create safety for you. The important thing to note here is that being in it too long can strain your body systems. So we want to try and reset if we can. Over in the parasympathetic mode, that's when you get into rest and digest. You sort of pump the gas and get back to the place where your digestion and your breathing and your heart rate are normal. It's where your body's working as it's supposed to. So here are a few quick techniques to get you out of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn and back over into rest and digest. The easiest one and the stealthiest one, the one that you can do on a plane, in a meeting, at the dinner table with your family, is 4-7-8 deep breathing. And so here's what that looks like if you want to do it with me. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can take some practice to still have breath all the way to the end of the 8. But as you do that, it's sending the signal to your nervous system that we're safe, that you can stop pumping the adrenaline, that we're okay, that the threat has passed. This is related. Again, deep breathing, soothing that nervous system, telling your body that you're safe. Using a finger, and this is going to be a good test of whether your allergies or a cold is kicking in. We breathe in and exhale. Change to the other side. Breathe in, exhale. You can do this combined with the 4-7-8 or just inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. This comes to us through long yoga tradition as a way to signal to the body that we're safe. This is a newer one for me. I just learned about this one, and it can be fun to do with kids. When you exhale doing this bee breathing, it vibrates up into your vagus nerve, into your ear, and tells your body that you're safe. So what it looks like is you breathe in, and then zzz. It looks silly. You're probably not going to do that one at the dinner table with your family, but you can do it. I'm a big fan of sneaking into the bathroom or sitting out in the car if you need to regulate. And for those of you who've coached with me, you've probably seen me do this one before. This is called bilateral stimulation. Grab any object except your phone. I'm using my coffee cup. Pass it all the way out to the point where it disappears from your peripheral vision. Pass it back. Do it again. Keep doing this for 30 seconds or a minute. And part of what this is doing is when you're activated, it's probably more on one side of your brain. Doing something that involves both sides of your brain in this rhythmic way distributes that energy in your brain, and it helps to soothe you instead of just letting it all sit on one side and sort of be an electrical storm. That's what you do when the stress is already high. Let's talk about building your stress capacity in the first place. So here are some things you might do to enter stressful situations, maybe at a 3 or 4, so you've got some room to go up to a 6, instead of having your baseline be a 7 or 8. And if anything at all goes wrong, you're sort of pegging it going to 11. So meditation teaches us to not have to chase and attach to every angry thought that comes into our brain. Gratitude journaling is a great way to remind ourselves of the good things in our life. Our brains have a negativity bias. It's a survival skill to pay attention to what might be a threat. Gratitude journaling puts some things on the other side of that scale. Dance breaks. Melissa, I know this isn't your favorite. It doesn't have to be for everybody, but it's a rhythmic movement that happens to also be bilateral stimulation, and music lights up parts of our brain that don't activate any other way. Morning walks are a good way to regulate your circadian rhythm and also get some bilateral stimulation. And you know what helps you be calmer? Is it your favorite movie? Is it your ritual of a glass of wine with your partner? Do what helps you start from a lower number. And also remember that when we're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, we're more likely to start at a higher level on that stress level. So make sure you're eating. Pack a snack when you're traveling if you need to. do what you can to make sure that your physical needs are met. If you notice that you're already angry about the state of the world or what's happening at work, you're going to have less capacity for the holiday stress. We're pack animals. If you're lonely, it's going to activate your nervous system because as a pack animal, we know that being isolated throughout evolution was a risk to our very survival. And boy, sleep deprivation is a chronic thing in our society. Try to take care of getting enough sleep and good sleep in whatever ways you can. I've already hit 10 minutes, so we're going to stop there. This is part of my 10 at 10 series. Next up in December, using holiday parties to build your social circle. So if that lonely in halt is part of your thing that you might need to work on, come back for that. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll get the links for all of these. If you want to go deeper, work with me one-on-one. I can help you work on ways to manage your stress and also work on what's stressing you so that you don't just have to cope with it. Maybe you're going to help change it. If you have feedback, if you have questions, if you want to tell me what worked for you, what didn't, how you applied this at Thanksgiving dinner, how you applied it when you were stuck in traffic driving to see the family, drop me an email. It's Colleen at newvinegrowing.com. I'm here for another minute. So if you have questions, if you have feedback, drop it in the chat. I'd love to hear what worked for you, what didn't.